Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm happy to share that the Sinners breakdown was very well received on Instagram. YouTube still needs some work, but I like where this is headed. Today's video is going to be a little bit shorter. I wanted to share this little Thai commercial I saw a while ago. I thought it was hilarious. It also looks good. There's not a lot to talk about. The light is very simple. It's still interesting to see.
ซื้ออะไรไปกินอ่ะก๋วยเตี๋ยวอ่ะ
In general, it's a pretty simple project. Most of the time, there's not more than 1 or 2 lights present. For example, in this shot, it's only this china ball above coming down on her, and that's pretty much it. I don't know if this is a practical light from the street. I don't know what's outside here, but it's super dim. I guess it's there just to bring up a bit of the level and texture, but literally this is just one light above. Probably something like a china ball, not even with a skirt, because it kind of flies everywhere. In this shot, there's a little bit more to talk about. Obviously, so they just spun around that china ball right above him. It really plays well with the heavy-handed horror film approach with top-down lighting. If you look at the shadow coming from these shelves, this tells me that there is... Actually, never mind. This lighting setup is extremely simple. They're using practicals from the kitchen that were probably already there. There's a chance they may have used a stairs just so that they can have control over the level. But the main key light here is that china ball. This shade coming from the shelf is telling me about the direction of the light, which is this same china ball, and that's about it. That's all I can see here. I really like how simple this is. This china ball, they just moved it around here. You can see it in the reflection in the glass. There's a gradual fall off of the brightness as you move away from the light. I would go ahead and say that this scene is lit by this only china ball. It's kind of crazy though, because they only have one light. One light to rule them all. Okay, this is where it gets a little bit more complicated. We still have the same china ball that they brought over to the new room. We see a gradual fall off on the walls, so it's a single source up here. But also you can see just a very light touch of backlight on her. There must be another china ball on the inside of that room, but because it doesn't splash on the back too much, it must have some kind of grid or skirt on it, so it only limits falling on her from the back. But it's super light. You almost can't even tell that it's there. It's super directional too, because it's only on her shoulder. You can't even see it here, and there's nothing in her feet. It's something small. It's super directional. I like this shot. It's it's so well done. It gives horror. So this shot is lit by that singular china ball a bit further towards us in the middle of the room. It lights everything in the middle. Table is kind of in the fall off area. This light in the back, there's really no way to tell if this is just sodium vapor street light or this is something they brought in from the outside. If they did, it's nice. It gives it a bit more texture. I mean, this is well done. Man, the sound design and the costume design here is so huge. It does more than half of the work. See, for this shot, they brought him over closer towards us to place him right under the light so that the shadow under his eyes is harder, to make it even more dramatic. And then we cut back to where he's standing a bit further back, so the shadow in his eyes are not as dramatic. If you look at this frame by frame, there's the china ball. As he runs towards us, there he passes it. He becomes bright again, which tells me there is another china ball closer to us, also coming down. He kind of runs in between from one light to another. Okay, so the rest of the ad is pretty much the same in terms of lighting. It's nice, it's consistent, it's well done. Another interesting thing to learn from this is that if you look at the parade, you'll notice that scrolling through this ad, it never gets brighter than 640 IRE. So this is an interesting thing to be aware of and to try. If you're trying to go for this kind of horror film look, when you grade your footage, try to stay under 640 IRE if you can help it. Thanks so much for watching. I hope this one was fun and useful. I try to make a list of shows and commercials to talk about. Let me know down in the comments what you'd like me to talk about next. Otherwise, just say hi. I'm happy to talk to people. I will see you in the next one.